Welcome to the Autocar show from the Amazon. Now we're not in Brazil to see the fantastic beaches. We're not here to go to Interlagos and see the race. We're not here for the carnival. We're here for something that's twice as interesting. That of course is Ford's stunning new EcoSport. Now we're used to seeing outlandish and futuristic designs, especially under the arc lights at car shows. And in that setting, they look in their place. But seeing the EcoSport on the road, barely altered from the concept car at the Auto Expo, comes as something of a shock. As you can see, Ford have done a lot to disguise the Fiesta's profile. There's this huge, almost truckish grille. And as you flow to the back, you can see the window line going up quite aggressively. These two wedges here working beautifully, and it's a really attractive looking compact SUV. What sets the eyebrows floating, of course, is that massive open-mouthed grille. The slot-like headlights add further aggression, and the flared wheel arches give it a planted look. Ford has done a fantastic job with the wraparound rear windscreen too. And if you look closely at the rear right taillight, you can see the handle of the hatch buried inside. It's a clever touch. The first generation EcoSport was a car designed and engineered in Brazil for Brazil. This new car, however, will be exported all over the world, India being one of the first markets. And it's no surprise, the appeal of this car is just massive. It's also a complete treat to drive. Now this is an electric steering, which normally means there's no feel. But not in this case, this is absolutely fantastic. You think this is a hydraulic unit, it's so good. I start slow, this is an SUV after all, and there must be some body roll. But 10 minutes later, I'm left scratching my head. The EcoSport just doesn't roll like something that's got a belly floating 200 mm above the tarmac. And as on the Fiesta, the steering is both light and feelsome. There is just zero slack, and this together with the good body control and the beautifully weighted brakes make this car an absolute joy to drive. And if you're a keen driver, the gearbox is fantastic too. Now we know the EcoSport is based on the Fiesta, and that means fantastic handling. But even then, this car is just fantastic. You just want to throw it around. It's nothing like a normal SUV. There's loads of grip. The steering is unbelievable, and you can just enjoy yourself behind the wheel. It's so unlike an SUV. To give it some of that agility, Ford have had to stiffen the suspension a bit. So you can feel some of the bumps coming through, you can feel some of that pitter-patter. But it's not uncomfortable, it's not uneven, you don't feel the big bumps, and that's exactly what you want. While smaller bumps are absorbed with just a shimmy, larger craters are registered as thuds, and that upsets the composure of the car, especially at low speeds. Ford need to find a good compromise between comfort and grip, and they've always managed to do that in the past. Stepping into the cabin is quite easy. There's plenty of legroom for tall drivers, and the cabin does feel slightly airier at the front. The funky wedgie styling works well, and the EcoSport's dash is actually even more angular than the Fiesta's. Plastic quality also seems to be slightly improved over the Fiesta, which is good. The material covering the dash looks much improved, the build quality of the steering is fantastic, and the leather seats on this car help uplift the ambience of the cabin. The rear door is slightly smaller than the front, and as a result, ingress isn't as easy at the back. Passengers in the rear seat, however, have sufficient legroom. There's plenty of space for your feet under the front seats, and though the seating position is a bit upright, comfort is pretty good. But this is still a compact SUV, so don't expect acres of legroom. You You are sat higher than the front seats, so visibility out isn't too bad, and you can adjust the backrest. Boot space, however, is tight at 362 litres, which is not much more than some large hatchbacks. The EcoSport can be specified with stuff like climate control, keyless entry, rain sensing wipers and automatic headlights. For India, Ford will be bringing their 1 litre EcoBoost petrol engine. And of course, there'll be a diesel too, the same 1.5 that you get under the hood of the Fiesta. For Ford, the EcoSport is a no-brainer in India. It has the right size, the right attitude, and I think it'll just blow the competition away. I think people are really waiting for this car, and as long as Ford doesn't overprice it, they have yet another winner on their hands.